Hi there, I'm Brent Calmer. Welcome to my channel where the goal is to help you appreciate even more of the scents you love by understanding a little bit more about what goes into them. And in this episode, we'll be covering likely the perfumery world's most famous synthetic note, which is ISO-E Super. Let's get started. ISO-E Super has a velvety, dry, woody, amber, and ambergris scent that even has kind of a phenolic or tar-like nuance to it. It was discovered in 1973 by two chemists at IFF, and really had its coming out with the release in 1988 of Dior's Fahrenheit. Now this was a path-breaking fougere that used a high dosage of ISO-E Super and really set off a trend of experimentation with the note from that point forward. More recently, no one has done more to raise the profile of ISO-E Super than Geza Shun of Eccentric Molecules, who released it on its own as Molecule 01 in 2006. Now this was really a creative and daring act because he elevated the ingredient to the status of a scent of its own and really allowed all of its facets to come out in the context of a full-fledged perfume. Now other brilliant ISO-E Super heavy scents in my view include at least Jean-Claude Ellena's Terre d'Hermès, Lalique's Encre Noire, and Féminité du Bois from Serge Lutens. Another dimension of ISO-E Super that has made it beloved by perfumers everywhere is that it's a superb floralizer, which means that it adds sparkle and enhancement to other floral notes in a perfume. A case in point for this is the 1990 Trésor by Lancôme, which was created by Sophia Grossman. This deployed what is now one of perfumery's most famous accords, which is the quote, "Hug Me" or Grossman accord. So named by Sophia Grossman, "Hug Me," because it makes anyone who smells it want to hug the person who's wearing it. Now this was a mixture, or is a mixture of ISO-E Super, as well as the white musk galaxolide, the transparent floral hedione, and the kind of powdery alpha methyl ionone. ISO-E Super also has a reputation for being somewhat elusive, and this is because it's a large molecule. What that means is that some people are anosmic to it, they can't smell it, or they can smell it at certain times, and then it seems to disappear and then seems to reappear later, which gives it even more of a mysterious aura. And now for the brief science geek out. I know you've been waiting for this. ISO-E Super is not just a single molecule, it's actually a complex mixture of isomers. Now in chemistry, isomerism is a characteristic wherein two molecules can share the same number and kinds of atoms, but have them in different configurations. Now, I can already hear you saying, please stop talking about chemistry, but there's actually something here, which is that in the 1990s, Givaudan scientists discovered that it was really a byproduct of ISO-E Super that was responsible for almost all of its smell. It's about 5% of it. So it's a mysterious thing that was then later dubbed arborone. It's impossible, it's not impossible, but it's has not yet been discovered the way to synthesize this material on its own. What has been discovered is a more powerful version of ISO-E Super, which IFF calls iso-gamma. Now this is rich in the so-called gamma isomer, and it's believed to be what Geza Shun used in the creation Molecule 01. Now iso-gamma is a captive ingredient of IFF, which means only IFF scientists have access to it, and it explains why those who have tried to recreate Molecule 01 or knock it off have had very limited success with that. There, you now know more than almost anyone else you'll meet about ISO-E Super. And now, of course, I want to hear from you about your favorite ISO-E Super scents. There are many of them. Some fragrances that you don't know even have it are in a sense brought to life by its presence in the background. But I appreciate you joining me. I would love to hear from you, whether you like it, whether you hate it. Either way, we're here to discuss perfumery, which we all love. And again, I appreciate you joining me. And a final note, which is that I would like to say thank you to Matt Fayudov of Fragrantica for writing a piece on ISO-E Super on the site, which I will link below, from which I did most of my research for this video. It's absolutely a wealth of information. I would encourage anyone who's interested to go read it and to go read his other work, which is really a gift to all of us who are studying this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.